This video is to give props to the cops of Medellin, Colombia. Another case foiled. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, erasing borders. And now, the news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC-born Rob, erasing borders, and my name is DC Rob. This channel is dedicated to travel #1, anywhere, down the block, other side of town, out of the city, another state, internationally, and of course to Medellin, Colombia, and throughout Colombia as well, for expats who live there and for temporary short-term travelers who want to get there and back and stay safe. That's what this channel is dedicated for. This is a quick story. It's only about a minute long. There's video, and that's why I wanted to show you, because the cameras are tight in this city. I think we have the same cameras here in the U.S., but they never let us see what they see, if you know what I mean. So, but in Colombia, they actually show us the footage via Minuto 30. I've received this story, and they have video from the time of the act until, hopefully they don't strike me for this. I'm trying to disguise my words, from the act that initiated it until they were apprehended. There's a good one for you. Anyway, let's jump into the story real quick. On El Volador Hill, they captured 4 people who robbed and shot a taxi driver. The opportune denunciation of the citizenship allowed to identify the perpetrators. After receiving the complaint informing that in the El Volador Hill sector, a taxi driver had been the victim of 4 people who wounded him with a knife and stole his belongings, he allowed the padlock plan to be immediately activated in coordination with the viewers of the security cameras, and the patrols of the quadrants of the sector will follow up on these 4 people involved in the act. These people tried to evade the police siege, taking various escape routes to the center of the city. While with the characteristics of the perpetrators, in the vicinity of the Villa station, 2 women and a man were captured. Minutes later, the man was captured. 4th man in Plaza Batero, managing to recover the victim's belongings. The captured people were made available to the Attorney General's office for the crime of qualified and aggravated theft, while the victim taxi driver was treated in a medical center and is recovering from his injuries. Okay, so there you go. Quick note.
Yo, I heard she ready to go. Won't you keep the same energy after the show? Hey, yo, I heard she ready to go.
That's right. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for the kind words in the comments. Also, join our private group. If you'd like to join, there's lots of information in there. It is not WhatsApp. It is not WhatsApp. It is not WhatsApp. We tried WhatsApp a couple of years ago. It was horrific. For me, anyway. I mean, I'd wake up the next morning, there were hundreds of messages on WhatsApp with just all mongering and going after the girls. And if you can't tell, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm 60, okay? So my priorities are a little bit different for you guys as well. Again, this channel is just reread some of the stories that are posted there, so you don't have to go through trying to translate from Spanish to English, or if it was in the news, meaning television or radio. Hopefully I have that in a written form as well, so that you know what's going on before you get there and while you're there, if you live there too as well. So I appreciate all the support that have helped me get here. We're over 14,000 strong right now. So thank you guys for your support. More to come. Now, one thing I do want to do, and this is coming up soon, I told you guys there's 3 things. Let's see if you know, for those old heads who've been here for a while. 3 things I tell you to learn before you go to Colombia, and that's learn Spanish, learn Spanish, learn Spanish. I've had a company on in one video that actually shows that you can actually be taught online. You know, you actually talk almost like Zoom. I've also had the time kettle earbuds that you can translate rate real time. Again, that's better with Wi-Fi. I had somebody comment on that earlier. It's better when it's connected to Wi-Fi, but it works properly. But one thing I haven't done is assist you with it myself. I've done it a couple of times, but it's been so long ago, meaning go over some words in Spanish that you may not understand, just basic words. I speak enough to share some. I'm going to get criticism for my enunciation. I think my enunciation is pretty good. It's just the lack of words and the length and strength of my vocabulary. It's just not that large, but I can be understood. You know, yo hablo muy poquito español, pero bastante, enough. Okay, I can get around. So you need to learn some words too. What really got me started in the beginning, or what I think helped me, is learning the basic who, what, why, where, and when, of course, and then the tenses for I want, you want, we want, yo quiero, tú quieres, queremos. that type of thing. And then opposites, up, down, left, right. You need to know arriba, abajo, izquierda, derecha. You need to know front, back, left, right, light, dark, all these things. Those are things that help me out. So each video coming forward, I'm going to try to put out some. Please don't criticize me too much. I'm trying to help. So, and for those who don't speak any Spanish at all, and there's a lot of you guys that are going down that don't speak any Spanish or basic hola and I want some pollo to eat. There's a lot more to it than that. I'm telling you, the struggle is real. Even in the commercial areas, you'll find more people in the commercial areas, obviously, to speak some English. But, having to pull out that translator is a chore. And every time you pull out that translator and you use Google Translate, guess what? You're exposing your cell phone. So anybody can just run up on you too and say, hey, blah, 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 and you go, oh, no, un momento. Or even a girl. Oh, and you pull out your cell phone. Gone, peace. And they're out. Deuces, they chunk the deuce and roll. So anyway, I'm going to start rolling out a couple of words, maybe each video. You tell me what you think is a good idea. 1 word, 2 words, verbs. You tell me. Again, my Spanish is enough, I think, to teach introductory, but I'm nowhere near fluent. I'm 20% of fluent. But again, I've had conversations where it's like I spoke it. And then times where I've had conversations and I was like, what? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? I didn't understand anything they were saying because places, they can rattle it off pretty quick. Well, anybody Spanish can. Once they go too fast, that's one of the first things you need to learn. Más despacio. Slow your roll. So anyway, I'll roll that out soon. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Props to the cops. Props to the cops. Props to the Medellin cops. Guys, travel, but travel safe. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Mori. Contact information in the description below.